have to give it to the people. So but there was Facebook give some more details on their what's it called, Libra? I think that's the name.
Project Libra.
Project Libra. Yeah. Yes, it's a new cryptocurrency, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe we'll go more in depth on Friday. But the gist is that I think it's backed by actual foreign currencies this time, as opposed to Bitcoin that isn't backed by anything. Not available until
2020.
2020.
And
Thank
users should be able to shop on Instagram. Also other apps such as Uber, Spotify, pay for things on there.
Pay for things, and I think there's also a financial inclusion aspect to it, where they want to try and get it out to people who don't have access to bank accounts around the world. So that's the gist. That's really about. If we'll Taiwan, Fisayo. Yeah, no, it's interesting. We'll see how that goes, because Facebook is a big time player. So them coming out with their own cryptocurrency, we'll see how that shakes things up. All right, we move from cryptos and Facebook to our dear governor, Mr. Sanwo-Olu. The headline, well, we're still talking about Papa. We can't escape this discussion. Judith, apparently the headline here is that he's reversing something he said earlier, a promise he made as to ending the gridlock. We know we have the infrastructure challenges, the ports, but he's saying that he did not say he would end the Apapa gridlock in 60 days. This is, in fact, it was just yesterday that he was talking to, I think it was fielding questions from State House correspondents after a meeting with the president. Well, we were talking downstairs. I think, didn't he say 100 days? I don't know. I remember the debates. It was 100 days, right?
60.
Or was it 60
days?
Oh, it was 60. Okay, all right.
But now is that, it will be looked into within the first 60 days.
Okay. So he says, okay, so he's clarified.
Considered.
Because I could swear that debate, he said it was...
60 days.
I'll solve it.
Be solved.
Interesting. All right. Well, he's also said, I'm not sure why he was talking to the president about this, but Judith, he says that they also want to develop the Lekki and
Badagry seaports,
right?
Alternatives to the current situation.
In Apapa, but
maybe to decongest.
Right. Yeah. But they didn't give any. They didn't give any deadline. There's no timeline.
There's no timeline for that.
That's something that needs to change.
Yeah.
We need timelines. He's here for at least 4 years. Yes. At least he has to give us something.
Yes, but we're expecting that there'll be a formal report by June 24th.
Okay.
On the the situation on ground. From it was extended from the deadline. The former deadline was June 7th.
Okay.
So we should see a proper report giving us giving us something on the situation.
Well, okay, but I mean, we have other ports as well. I don't know why they're focusing on building new, but anyway, that's that on the ports. Anyway, folks out there, what do you think? Because this going back on what he said, or maybe he's clarifying. Who knows? All right. Shall we? Okay, this topic here. Can we touch on this legal thing? The whole Nexum. What's the name of that company again? The Nexen Petroleum and the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service. Legal stuff gives me a headache, so let's just do the best that we can. Okay, the headline is Tax Appeal Tribunal exempts voluntary pension contributions from payee. I think there's the background here, Judith. There's been a case between Nexen Petroleum Nigeria Limited and the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, with regards to...
So essentially what's going to happen is that when individuals make voluntary contributions, excess voluntary contributions, they're no longer taxed. They're no longer taxed.
Okay. So they're no longer taxed. Okay. And what else did this judgment say here? They said the Tax Appeal Tribunal also ruled that the appellant. Okay, I have to look this up. The appellant is Nexen Petroleum Nigeria Limited. The appellant is the party who escalates a case to a higher court in a bid to reverse a previous decision. So apparently the prior courts in Lagos that had ruled on this ruled against Nexem, and so they took it up to another court, and it looks like the court has ruled in their favor. They also said that they ruled that the appellant was not under statutory obligation to account for tax payable on the amount of VPC withdrawn by its employees, and that responsibility should lay with LIRS. So it looks like LIRS was trying to make the company go ahead and take this out. But the another thing that this article talked about was that some people employees are applying sense to this, whereby they make excess
Yes, and then
contributions, right, and then withdraw it and use it as a way to escape having to pay taxes on it. So I guess there's also another provision that says if you do this within 5 years, you still have to pay tax on it, because there has to be a way to get around that. Yeah,
I guess so.
Okay, we've left that alone. If anyone else wants to add something to that particular decision, please go ahead. But we do advise on the show, as well as on Personal Finance, which is every Wednesday, although Nimi is in today, that you should, if you can, make additional contributions to your pension. And also, I believe that PenCom has come out with the micro pension scheme as well for smaller company MSMEs as well, can also be involved in the Pension Act as well.
We have messages.
Oh, wait, messages. Of course we do.
Manny says, "Good morning, people. Please help those of us joining on TuneIn, please. Freshly prayer." Oh, okay. All right, we'll take that message.
That's for you at 7:30. Yeah.
You guys, I understand the issue with Lagosians. So some people actually believe that a Papa Madness will be ended in 60 days. Guys, take a bike through that route from Mile 2. They need a year to fix that problem, except they want to just open the ground and swallow everything on that road.
So that presidential directive it didn't do anything. All right.
Humans have resorted to using the ferries and abandoned the roads for the animals, he said. Valentine said,
yeah.
Good morning. I was at the Dangote Sugar AGM yesterday at a hotel and was impressed by the orderly manner the shareholders comported themselves. However, there was an item in the notes to account for income statements, depreciation, or cost of sales. I cannot reconcile that now. Darlington, we'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, we will. Actually, the AGM we actually wanted to talk about was Dangote Cement. So, Darlington, I'll probably address that. I didn't even take a look at that. I'll address that tomorrow. But it was actually... but Valentine, go ahead. You want more messages,
yes,
yeah? Please. Okay, cool.
Rainmaker says, Sanwo-Olu just used one of the 3 lifelines he has before regrouping among our normal political class. So he read it in the paper, so it's in the news that he said so and so. He did not come out quickly to debunk it. He came after 3 weeks to say he did not say that. How about? Benga says, have you seen the new traffic offences in the Lagos state? My concern is with the economic cost and the fact the state hasn't repaired the roads. How many agencies will check particulars on the roads? The delay cannot be good for productivity and growth. I saw a few left-small officials at different sections.
Right. That's a good point.
But then people are asking the question, really, why don't you ensure that the road signs are fixed, the ones that are defaced, or repaint them, or then road markings as well. Traffic signs are.
Well, I don't, Judith, I don't know where Judith you stand on this. Okay, isn't he referring to the actual physical roads themselves being damaged, or is he talking about signs? Because I don't want to be on the side of government here, but you can't really use the bad roads as an excuse not to follow rules.
Except to say maybe there are no traffic signs or signposts at certain points to say, okay, exactly, this is one way, or you shouldn't take do U-turn on this particular point, or stuff like that.
Well, what do you think?
I guess so. Yeah. It doesn't. I don't think using the
physical road itself.
Exactly. Before you appraise somebody, you should have some KPIs for them to follow, right?
Fine. And I even speaking of the signs, I actually got into I drove on a lane that was a BRT lane. I got into some soup with that break. I couldn't see the sign. I'm serious. I could not see the sign.
You did not know
and that Valentine was a bad. Let me not even get into that. But let's quickly address Darlington's message. But Darlington, sorry, I'll talk about the AGM for Dangote Sugar tomorrow. Judith, for Dangote Cement, a whopping 52% increase, yeah?
Yes.
16 naira dividend for Dangote Cement.
Yes,
wow.
And then profit after tax has also increased to about 390 billion from 204 billion
in the previous year.
So the company, they have plans of expansion essentially, and so this would always be a good sign for investors.
Yeah.
Yes.
We haven't talked about stock recommendations in a while because the market has been down. We've been warning people, but Dangote Cement is a good long-term play. Yeah,
it's fundamentally sound.
Yeah, I mean, and he was he even talked about bringing in $700 million in foreign exchange with exports, which can help out the country and so on and so forth. So again, if you're a shareholder in Dangote Cement, you've got a sweet increase in your dividend there. So again, we'll touch on Dangote Sugar tomorrow as far as that income statement item that Darlington is talking about. More messages? Shall we moving on with stories. Okay.
Any Lolobo on Twitter is asking a question. It says, kindly help me with the pros and cons of investing in federal government treasury bills. What I need to know and do. Thanks.
I mean, Afrinvest offers these, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So treasury bills, we know that they are government issued,
Right.
And then there are no so we're just talking about taxes.
Yeah,
Yes,
right,
so
exactly.
there are no taxes on them.
Okay.
And it's a good way to, just lock up your funds for a while. The longest you can see will be about up to a year.
Okay.
Yes, but you can always contact your stockbroker.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also they're safe. They're backed by the federal. Yeah. Last they'll print money and pay you back. So there you go.
That is your boy from Lekki says, good morning, folks. Sanwo-Olu should not kill the confidence and trust reposed in him by Lagosians. Didn't he see the Herculean nature of tackling Lagos traffic gridlocks? If it was easy cow, it was easy cows could eat stones
Right.
and not grass. He should wake up to his camping promises. This makes me laugh. The strength he used in going to the farm is different from the one he used to come back. Make me forget talk.
We will not forget to Mr. Sanwo-Olu, help us out.
Rainmaker says, when I see the presidential directive, it further confirms how people will sit in offices or state houses and make statements that are not in sync with reality. If their proper gridlock is solved in 3 months, trust me, it's a makeshift solution. It won't last.
Right.
People have written papers and blueprints on how to fix it. Government knows what to do. We can do the roads without. Let's go on, please.
Okay, let's move on. All right. I can't really promote this company, but the pizza company that begins with a D. Apparently, there's a headline here in Nairametrics, Judith, that they said they've invested, I believe it's 10 billion naira total in Nigeria. I think they're making
about 100 outlets.
100 outlets, and they're looking to expand. So you guys out there in Lagos, it looks like Nigeria, you enjoy your junk food. Yeah, you enjoy the parent company is Eat and Go. I think everybody knows. Actually, no, there's two companies that start with a D for pizza. Okay,
it's okay.
Yeah. We're talking about the other one. Okay, so that just shows that they're expanding. I think Judith, their target is 300 outlets.
300.
Yeah, they're looking to 300 outlets. So at least well done in that regard. They've been doing well there.
That's not much to ask.
All right, real quick.
Okay. For 30 minutes for the show.
Shegun, I'm still fighting. I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for everybody else. I haven't forgotten the poll. We did a poll, Valentine. I think 30 minutes won out in the end. But we're still fighting. How much time we got?
50 seconds.
50. Can we? Okay, real quick. Ella Lakes PLC confirms acquisition of Teluria Limited. Judith is an agriculture player.
Yeah. So Ella Lakes is a fishing company.
Okay.
They also have a background. They also have a segment for oil palm production.
Okay.
And then Teluria is also an oil palm company.
Right.
Yes. So essentially, what they're trying to do is just reassess their business model and then expand into the oil palm segment of their business, which is logical, considering the fact that the company has struggled in the past, having losses of I think 10 million last year.
Wow.
So
it's a strategy play.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Olufemi is hoping to see any punishment or fines for government that fails to repair some bad roads.
Or
says,
class action
Rotus,
lawsuits.
Believe that figure, 300 billion naira. Because the other beef for pizza is expensive and not for everybody. The beef you're talking about is for the Bubero.
Thanks everybody for your messages. Judith of Afrinvest, thank you for joining us as well. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Judith. Stay with us here on Smooth 98.1. It's about to be 7 a.m. and we'll be sharing some nice tunes, some nice information at 7:30. Don't forget to join us on Freshly Pressed